Welcome, everyone, to a very special episode of the GLOSSOGLOW Podcast. I am Furina, and as always, I am joined by my calm and logical friend, Nuvilett.
Hello, Furina, and hello to all our listeners around the world. It's a pleasure to be back in the studio. Today, we are touching on a topic that is very close to my heart, and I suspect to many of yours as well.
Yes, today we're talking about that cold shiver you feel in your back when you have to speak English in front of people. That voice in your head that whispers, "What if they think I'm stupid?" Or, "They're laughing at my grammar."
We are talking about social anxiety and the fear of being judged.
It's that invisible wall that stops us from opening our mouths, even when we have something beautiful to say.
But don't worry. Before we dive into the psychology of this fear, let's remember our English Leap strategy. We will speak at a comfortable B1 level, but we will stretch your vocabulary with some B2 words like vulnerable, spotlight effect, and resilience.
We will pause and explain these words as we go. So take a deep breath, grab your tea, and let's get started. Nuvilett, you are a software engineer. You deal with logic and code. But even you, do you ever feel vulnerable when you speak English?
Oh, all the time, Furina. Vulnerable is a powerful word. It means feeling unprotected or like you could easily be hurt or criticized. When I speak English in a meeting with international clients, I feel vulnerable because I cannot hide behind my technical skills. My language is naked.
Naked English. I love that description. For me, as an artist, I'm used to people looking at my paintings, but when they look at my words, I feel like they are judging my intelligence, not just my language.
This is what psychologists call the spotlight effect.
Spotlight effect? Like a bright light on a stage?
Exactly. It is a cognitive bias where we think people are noticing our mistakes much more than they actually are. We feel like there is a bright spotlight on our grammar errors. But in reality, most people are just trying to understand the information. They're not looking for your mistakes. They're looking for your meaning.
That is so true. Last week, I was at a gallery and I said, "The colors is beautiful," instead of "the colors are." I felt so embarrassed. I thought everyone heard it. But later, my friend said she didn't even notice. She was only looking at the painting.
We are our own harshest judges. We create a monster in our minds that doesn't exist in the real world.
You know, Nuvilett, I heard a story about a student named Adam. He moved to London for work. He was so afraid of being judged that he stopped going to lunch with his colleagues.
That sounds very lonely. Why did he do that?
He said he felt intimidated by their fast talking. He was afraid that if he ordered food and made a mistake, the waiter would think he was uneducated. He chose silence to stay safe.
But silence isn't safe, is it? Silence is a prison.
Exactly. One day, a colleague asked him, "Adam, why are you so quiet?" Adam was honest. He said, "I am afraid of making mistakes." And his colleague laughed, not in a mean way, but a kind way. He said, "Adam, I've worked with you for 3 months. I know you are a genius at math. Your English doesn't change that."
That's a very important lesson. Language is just a tool. It is not your identity. If a hammer is a bit rusty, it can still build a house. If your English has a few rusty grammar points, you can still build a relationship.
After that day, Adam started using the imperfection mantra. He would tell himself, "I am here to communicate, not to perform."
To perform, that's the problem. We think speaking English is a piano concert where every note must be perfect. But real life is more like a jazz session. It's okay to be a bit messy as long as you stay in the rhythm.
So, Nuvilett, for our listeners who are feeling that anxiety right now, what can they do? Give us some logic power.
All right, here are 3 steps to build your resilience. Resilience is your ability to bounce back or stay strong when things are difficult.
Step 1.
Step 1, shift the focus. Instead of thinking about yourself, am I good? Is my hair okay? Is my past tense correct? Think about the other person. Are they comfortable? Do they need help? When you focus on helping others understand, your anxiety disappears because the spotlight moves away from you.
I love that. Focus on the connection, not the correction. What about step 2?
Step 2 is practice micro-exposure. Don't try to give a 20-minute speech immediately. Start small. Ask a stranger for the time. Say good morning to a neighbor. These small wins build your confidence muscle little by little.
And step 3?
Step 3, reframe the mistake. In my job, a bug in the code is a chance to learn how to make the system better. In English, a mistake is just data. It's not a failure, it's a sign that you are pushing your boundaries.
So if I say I goed instead of I went, I shouldn't be ashamed?
Not at all. It means your brain is trying to apply a rule. It's a sign of cognitive activity. Just notice it, smile, and keep going.
Now let's take our word walk to remember the B2 words we used today.
Our first word is vulnerable.
Feeling unprotected or open to criticism. Remember, being vulnerable is where courage begins.
Second is spotlight effect.
Feeling like everyone is watching your mistakes. Spoiler, they aren't.
Third is resilience.
Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from difficulties. Speaking a new language is the best way to train your resilience.
And finally, intimidated.
Feeling frightened or lacking confidence because of someone or something else. Don't be intimidated by native speakers. They were once learners too.
Before we finish, we have a tiny challenge for you, GLOSSOGLOW listeners.
Sometime today, speak English out loud where someone can hear you. It can be just one sentence, like, "Have a nice day," to a shopkeeper.
Don't worry about being perfect. Just be spontaneous.
Thank you for joining us on GLOSSOGLOW Podcast. Your voice is more important than your grammar.
Keep flowing, keep glowing. See you in the next episode.